Stu, I'm sick of these public school systems. And I don't call them education systems. I call them school systems because that's what they are. So in October 1917, when the Bolsheviks took the kids out of the schools, or out of the homes, and put them in orphanages all across the Russian landscape, they were just training them to be good communists, right? And it was basically indoctrination and recruiting centers for what would become the KGB. So this is what's going on in another way. They're not physically removing your kids yet, but we're purposefully sending them to these schools to be indoctrinated.
I'm so glad you're saying this because going through this pandemic the last couple of years, one of the things that's just driven me nuts has been this idea that conservatives and the conservative position is to stand up and yell loudly from the rooftops, open these damn schools up. And you know what? Totally true, right? Obviously, the disease does not hit young people the same way. There's no evidence to show that these are super spreader events, and all the reasons, those points are correct. However, we sit here at the same time and say the indoctrination is on, that CRT is there, all this gender craziness is there, and then you put that next to us all yelling, open these schools up so we can send our kids back into that. And yes, of course the schools should be open, but I think it's a missed opportunity that we have not been more stringent on saying, you know what, open them or don't. The bottom line is we need to get our kids out of there so they can learn something real and have a real education that's not indoctrinating them into the craziness of this world.
And I don't want my kids talking to Brian Stelter. I don't want them listening to Brian Stelter.
No.
Host of CNN's reliable sources. He said it's a legal mess at CNN.
No.
Chris Cuomo said Chris Cuomo's going to sue everybody.
Yeah.
They're all lawyered up over there.
Yes. I love this. This makes me happy.
It's fun, right?
Yeah, because Chris Cuomo is among the worst people that has ever walked the face of the earth. And it's funny to see this happening. There's that house of cards there where you have all of this controversy where, all these illicit relationships were going on. All of this back and forth, behind the scenes political stuff. I mean, we kept saying, why doesn't Jeffrey Toobin get fired for what he did, right? Well, Jeffrey Toobin probably knew all this stuff was going on.
Yeah, of course.
Right? Cuomo, the same thing. How could he not get fired after advising his brother while he's doing a news broadcast? Well, probably because the head of the company was also advising his brother in the middle of these...
they were all in the middle of it.
All in the middle of it.
It was one big cabal.
So it all keeps falling down. And the only thing they ever had and the only thing they had left, and not to us, but to some people in the country, was, this is CNN. This is facts. You remember the Apple commercials where they had the apple and they said, this is an apple. And it's like they kept telling us they're the only ones who care about facts, while at the same time literally advising people in the news how to attack Donald Trump, right? It's complete bias. I don't know if Discovery can come in and get this thing cleaned up a little bit, but that's basically their only hope at this point.
Well, I'm going to go on record right now and say, as a member of the BlazeTV community, no matter how many people I stoop, no matter how many women out there I'm stooping, when I get caught and y'all fire me, I'm not suing.
That's nice of you.
I'm just going back to stooping. I'll stoop freely. That's the deal.